Hi, this is Lawrence. Welcome to another episode of Awesome Property Series. Now, a lot of people are talking about the HDB property, whether to buy or sell and all that. And I know a lot of friends or even some of the old neighbors that I know of. And the old couple or even a single person have been staying in their HDB for decades. And when I say decades, I'm referring to 30, 40, some even close to 50 years. Now, what does that mean to you? If they have bought their HDB flat 40, 50 years ago, that would mean they would have bought it very, very cheap at that point of time. Yeah, even as low as less than 20,000 for a 3-room flat. And in today's context, if we were to value their property, they probably, if they sell, they could make $500,000. Yeah, that's quite exciting. So if you have any of these properties that you have been keeping for so long, you may want to consider selling, because you may be getting back 3 to 500k. My key question is, will you get 3 to 500k of pure profit? Now, this is what many will tell you, that if you sell today, you're going to get a kind of price. But these are some of the dangers that you may want to watch out. Before you even consider selling your property or your old HDB, you may want to consider whether at that point of time, many decades ago, did you actually use cash to buy this HDB flat, or you use purely CPF to buy with very minimal cash outlay, or it's a mixture of both. Now, if you are in any of those situations, then you must seriously consider this. Why do I say that? Because if you use 100% cash to buy your HDB, then, and today if you sell, obviously you are going to take back pure cash. Now that's good, simple, not complicated. But if you did use your CPF, depending on the amount you use, 30 to 40 odd years, even up to 50 years later, what is going to happen? Now, a lot of uncle aunties tell me this, that they only use 15,000 of CPF to pay for their flat then. And today, if they sell, they are going to return back that 15,000 of their CPF. The rest should be their profit. Now, let me share this with you. This is not the case. A lot of people here forgot that this component called accrued interest. Now, what's accrued interest? Accrued interest is basically the interest that have been accumulated all these years when you took out your CPF to buy a property, and there's an interest charged onto your usage from day one till the day you sell. Now, you may be saying it should not be a lot, but mind you, I have seen cases whereby the interest accumulated over the decades on the day they sell can be more than 10 times, 20 times more than what they have put in using their CPF. Now, these are one of those things that you must take note. In fact, there are many other components that you must also think of. Assuming if you pay back your CPF utilization and accrued interest, you probably will think that, how much can it be? The rest is still my profit. Not necessary. Along the way, there are people who may use a lot more CPF to buy their home. Then as the age of the property decreases, say 30, 40 years or even more than 40 years later, the value of your property may drop, depending on the estate, depending on location, depending on the age of the property, also depending on the condition of your property. Now, what if your value of your property have depreciated quite a fair bit, plus quite a lot of interest and CPF usage? By the time, if we calculate the differences, you may have very little profit left. Or for some, I've seen some rare cases that the day they complete their sale of their HDB, they have no money to collect back. In fact, the worst scenario is they have to even pay back to CPF board for the CPF amount that they have owned. And why is that so? Why is it that so confusing? Some people make a lot of money, some people don't really make a lot of money, some people even owe money after the sale. Wouldn't that be even better if they don't sell in the first place? Now I want to find out more how you can be very certain whether your HDB is suitable to sell or not sell, or even plan other new restructuring for you. Contact my details below and I'll share with you exactly whether you should sell, you don't sell, or what is the best option we must do. Now that's all folks for today. Until the next episode of Awesome Property Series. Awesome.